Chamo edeba plug to media like comment na share me videos ni efama me. Na it seems say you say MPP4 eye calm MPP4 eye calm say de ensem na atra wo mu. Ama say no omo home so a enhome nti say omo asate abamonte so kasa. Na nanse na ukopie ewo the late Kumi said na chese attack ekoso ewo na chese enya asem kito MPP supporters no hene ha Aseidu ne call for the ekase sikantwi ebebe because na omose omomma Aseidu nkesi anase NDC fo bia ensi Kumi na se ebusia attacking the ne ehu ewonsem na chese afenyoma ke abamonte so edi nsem bi abetuja. Before that, say because I could see a fair market, you bet you near Bema being so I drink cha or the two months to be abba.
Yet the Akukutos of Woody and Tuopa for Chidia Woo, you are more than Empire.
Ken, I can't send beer. It was on for I am the pa. With the Amy there. Ade, no crabby or hode I say, Enka. And the Biana, because say, our friends, wait dear, I pay your market, and can't grow idea. Then, when say, ne I Casano, a year and Escumini 40 days. And Escumi, our former MP for Akutia. Oh, yeah. Very, very young person. Oh, yeah, no. And I easy declare, say, be quack by election, I work with your honum. We some for Ukrainian name. Now be ashamed him say, Sena, I say MPP NDC 4 we are now mutiti, and Nescumi sign our we no. Anka, oh, we dear, Omeka said they be sitting on moon pebium. Now, MPP 4 or Munfanasa. But even after Nescumi, we no. NDC 4 still they are following after that sit. And is you, it was for hey, shine this in here, Srono. NDC 4 are still going after Sir Akwetiase ding. Ebra what to tell all parliament we. Ebra blukuma no for musumudi takatakashi sign on mudi. But still, Sankrofo we no, they are not satisfied. And even you say obie ukrano, omusi debida. In fact, Endra, Aseidu nketia general mosquito. Oko akwetia no, ebusa for propaganda oko ye power akwetia ho muko uhwe anya easy. Anya small propaganda no oko ye wa akwetia ho no. Now ye winyi na ewie, after the 40 days no, NDC for na asa, omasa ba eye na ase. Ena nkofo na mpso bu Aseidu nketia no. Na omu ya shina sum. Sina now wrong. But yes, it's not good. Sometimes people tend to take politics beyond what it should be. Sometimes some things are political, just let it go. But Bushan for pass NDC 40 me share him, MPP for him. Na sa Akwetiase still they are contesting for it. Our mu ye campaign the ding. Our mu di sika. Eko honye easy no. They are heartless. We are very, very, very heartless. I tell you, very, very heartless. Don't trust an NDC person, Debbie. They don't feel for human beings. To them, they be BIA politics. At whatever political point they will get now, that is all they are concerned about. And the opinion market say, we are very, very, very shameless. Yes, omu ni niwo. Ensa like kan watch mu. They will share my conversation. Say omu ni eniwo. They are shameless. After making sure say man we are at a very young age, you know. They are still contesting for his seat. Now contesting for his seat, you are still showing up at his funeral. Where then? And if you see the kind of message NDC is selling to the people of Akwetia, it's so sad, it's so bad. No respect whatsoever for the memory of the young man that is going to be with the Lord. No respect. Not a bit, not one bit for the man. Adentia. That's the kind of politics NDC likes. No rules, no ethics. Buga sa. na fiaso. Ade. That's the kind of democracy. The bra tamale central MPP for so munko. Still omun shanyansa. NDC for mun shanyansa. NDP for chiremu say na say uye say obi ewo officer. Ya sir. At an early age, you step out of the contest. Fair play. Fair play. Footballers they understand fair play. Ultimately, Champions League match final corner for a fair play. And this before the debut. So I think your marking has spoken, and I think I'm not sure guys are my friend.
No face you. Mama, obi fa who be so. Na ko ban say who kra wo fie who ko to aba. There is a parliament no. The NDC form is very. Some of feria. Some come of feria. Can you MPP for your car say? Bibia to Ghana. Emma omo MP baako ahwere nankwa. It's yet the Tamale Central here ko. Omo of feria. Omo so be ka say asundwe ne omani kan konti.
They can hold their horses for the sake of Ghana until 2027 sometime. That's what we're praying for.
You know, Moro, Alasan, you know, I have worked with Paul for a very long time. And I mean, one thing stands out, and I admire him for it. His ability to set agenda.
Okay.
It's amazing. It's unmatched in this country. And you know, so sometimes when on social media, people troll him for some of the things he does on Good Evening Ghana, I sit back and I laugh and I say, you don't know what the man is doing. He exactly knows what he is doing. He wants the country to talk about something. He has a way of getting, you know, the story implanted in such a way that you can't afford but to respond.
Right.
And that is what Paul is good at. And you remember I said that President Mohammed's response was just fodder for the setting of another agenda. And clearly, anyone who has followed has seen that agenda. And that agenda, if we are not careful and read in between the lines, is going to succeed in swaying the entire NDC, you know, from the focus that we currently have. And that is to support President Mahama to succeed.
Right.
Paul is, you know, doing what he does best. You know, because I can imagine that the focus on the MPP race is not that pleasant as things stand now. So why not shift the focus and set an agenda and maybe create a similar scenario in the government that would be more juicier because you are in government. So if you have the kind of things that are happening in MPP happening, you know, the focus will shift there. Okay. And that's what my senior brother Paul is classically doing as usual. But I am confident that our party will not fall for that bait. What we know is that currently in the NPP, I mean, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who I'm sure Paul supports because of his affiliation with Samira and Co., you know, is battling for breath. Okay. I mean, I'm sure he and his supporters are amazed at the level of competition that is currently being presented him. I'm sure they are shocked. I'm sure they are seeing people associate with Kennedy Ajapong, and they are seeing people with Kennedy Kobna Japong, and they are seeing people with Brian, and they are like, this one too. I'm sure. I'm very certain that they are completely dazed by the level of competition that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is getting. But you see, some of us are not surprised. I mean, some of us predicted it long ago that the trump card of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia over the years that he has served in politics has been his ability to run down his senior brother, President Mahama. That has been his biggest trump card in the NDC, in the MPP. And unfortunately for him, in the next election, President Mahama won't be there.
Okay.
So the MPP has begun to see that, Charlie, your usefulness is diminished. Because your trump card has always been how you taunt President Mahama. He won't be in the next election. And so really, What is your trump card? Because for 8 years in power, you helped Nana Akufo-Addo to run down this country. That's why the people of Ghana voted the way they voted in the last election.
Right.
And so clearly, he's struggling. In fact, when he began the thank you tour, he tried to be direct, like Paul was saying.